Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your match day preview for Wrexham AFC versus AFC Wimbledon. Yes, back in the league tomorrow, match day 26, EFL League Two action against number 7 side Wimbledon. Yes, number 3, we're going in at a number 3. They're at number 7. It's going to be a big game tomorrow. We got some quotes from the gaffer who just came up, got some things going to walk through there. Also going to talk through some of Billy's quotes that he said about leaving, the frustration. He had a little bit of frustration. Also, this rumor about Charlie Savage rumored to Wrexham real quickly, and what else? We're going to talk about some of the other matches we need to look at. Yes, for tomorrow's match, because it's important. There has been some movement. We are in third, but some of the other very important matches, i.e. Stockport, Walsall, and what's the other one I look at? Mansfield Town versus Morecambe. So those are the two I want to look at and see where we're at in the table. All right, let's dive into it. But I'm going to start with the Billy quotes. Get that out of the way. I'm going to get that out of the way with the Billy quotes. Obviously, we know that came in yesterday late. I'm looking at the Doncaster Rovers website, and Billy, there he's in the kit doing the awesome. Good for him. I'm really happy for him to go out and get a move for him and get on the pitch. Remember, he's on loan there, so when we play them down the, I think it's April something or other. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe the 2nd. That could be way off. But when we're playing, he's not going to play against us. But some of the quotes he had come out and said, I thought were very interesting and probably indicative of how frustrated he probably has been. So the articles this one comes for Doncaster Rovers website. It says the striker has joined on loan for the remainder of the campaign, 23-24 campaign. They're in 19th place, so they need to claw back. They need to claw back some of their They need to climb up back into the league. So they're down there. He said, and he's determined to get back to playing and scoring regularly during his time with the Rovers. So, quote: "This is Billy Waters here. I'm not going to lie. It's been frustrating," said the 29-year-old. "Wrexham have a big squad, and that's fair enough. I just use my time to keep my head down and keep training. We'll make sure I'm ready for January." So he said, fingers crossed that has paid off. I hope it does for him. I actually hope it does pay off for him. He said, "I'm really hungry. This is a loan move that I thought I had to go for because it ticked every box for me, and I'm really delighted to be here. I've watched a lot of football over the last 4 months, and you get that bug to get back playing. To be in a squad where I'm considered and can hopefully play, it's really nice to be around it again." Waters is looking to help the Rovers find consistency in the results, see them climb back up the table. Yes, again, they're in 19th. He said, in recent seasons, League Two has been a division where anything can happen if you can string home some wins together. He said, "I know the playoffs is a hopeful, but it can be done." It's hope. He's saying it's hopeful, but it can be done. Anything happens. This league, I've never seen a league like this. Wins, losses, up and down. You never know. It doesn't matter whether you're first or 20th or 24th, whatever it is. It's a crazy league, and it's so much fun to see. What else did he go on to say? He said, "I'm hungry to try to get that," meaning playoffs. "I want to be realistic, but why not? If you're not optimistic, you can be realistic. But hey, listen, you got to be optimistic." He said, it was tough at times, but anyone can beat anyone on any given day, especially with the squad that we've got. I've looked at the players here at Doncaster, and it's a great squad," which the gaffer said. It's about gaining all momentum. "I want to contribute as much as I can, score some goals, and climb the table. Hopefully, I'm hungry to be part of something." All right, so he's out on loan for the rest of the season. We have 3 out. Got the youngsters, Cushion, that went out. Let's see, we had Cushion that went out, and who's the other guy? Oh my God, Cushion and Davies that went out, and also Billy has been out. So those guys are out on loan. We want to try to bring transfers in, but I don't know if that's possible. I think, like we mentioned yesterday, it's got to be out to come in, and loans I don't think really count in that regard. So it is what it is. So good luck to Billy on his endeavors going out to Doncaster Rovers. All right, one more thing we want to talk about too. Let's talk about this Charlie Savage news. So he's 20 years old, youngster, he was on the books. He's Welsh international. He's 20, central defensive midfielder. His father is Robbie Savage, a former football player. So he's played for Wales. He's a Welsh. I think he's a full international. Yeah, I think he's a full international. He's a Welsh international. Let's see where he's at. He's at Reading right now, but he was seen at the race course or at the Wrexham facility. So rumors been going through. You know how it goes. Rumor mill happens. He was seen there with his dad, so that's impressive. Is it a possibility that he'll drop down? I don't know, but I mean that's a possibility. It's exciting. I think it's exciting. I'm going to look at his stats right now. So he's at Reading midfield, worth about 600K. He's 20 years old. He's Welsh, defensive midfielder. I've seen him play when he played at Manchester United a little bit. Aggressive midfielder. I liked him. He's good on the ball. So this season he's made 29 appearances. He's got 2 goals, 1 assist, 5 yellow cards. He gets stuck in, which is great. He's 2-footed, and I think that we get someone at his caliber, 20 years old, coming through the academy at Manchester United, I believe, and having his father and his his tutelage, under his tutelage, I think he can help out the team very well. And I always said I think we want to get in a solid midfielder. Granted, he's probably not at the level of Gio or Ali, but somebody we can grow with the team a little bit more. So it's great. And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So Charlie, rumor there could be something very interesting. So. All right, so we have a game tomorrow. Let's get into it, and let's talk about some of the quotes from Parkinson. So Parkinson had his interview, his pre-match interview. The Parkinson presser, yes. Phil Parkinson is targeting second league victory of 24 as they welcome AFC Wimbledon to the STōK tomorrow. So they returned to league action after Shrewsbury. It was a great win against Shrewsbury, 1-0. We talked about the progression moving through 4. We want to we're taking on Blackburn in a few weeks, and I think that's really important. We continue to move in the FA Cup, continue to positivity. I did see, and he mentions this too. That there are some players back. O'Connell, Hayden, and Palmer are back training. But let's see what happens here. Parkinson said, "We're very pleased with the win at the weekend. And I said to the lads this morning that the FA Cup goes firmly on the back burner now, and it should. We got to focus on the league. We got a date with the DONS. And remember, we didn't have AO in the sticks or have Mullen playing in that game back in August. And that game was August. I think it was 12th. It was really early in the season. It was last meeting was August 12th, 2023. Tilly scored a pen. Lee scored in the 12th minute. I believe that Foster also saved a pen. So So that was a long time ago. Feels like a long time ago. But okay, going on to say that, put that on the back burner now, and we should got to focus on the league. Very important to keep pace with Stockport and Mansfield and everyone else around us, even the ones that are coming up a little bit. Parkinson went on to say, "We've enjoyed the weekend. It was a terrific atmosphere, and I'm looking forward to the next round against Blackburn Rovers. It's a proper cup tie, I'm sure, but the league is huge, and everybody knows it. And we do. We know it. We got to keep this going. We want to stay in those top 3. Remember, top 3 go up. Top 3 go up in League Two. There's no better feeling than coming back from a home game after a terrific win on our travels against one of our local rivals. The lads trained very well, especially the lads who have been out of the team because they have had some extra sessions. That's great. Going on. This week has seen changes to the squad. Billy Waters went out. Obviously, we just talked about that. Dan Davies, Cushion went off as well until the end of the season. However, despite the departures, Jacob Mendy is still on international duty, and I'm going to talk about that because I think for me, I think the lineup he's going to go with Barnett. I think he's going to go with Barnett to start. My opinion, if he's ready, I think he's going to go with Barnett. So let's see. We'll talk about that a little bit there. So Jacob's on international duty, and he's bolstered with some of the players coming back. O'Connell, Hayden, and Tunnicliffe and Palmer all returned to training. Saw some pictures today. Lots of smiles, lots of big smiles. It's great. Good to see that. It adds depth to the squad. Parkinson added, and everyone gives everyone a huge boost. He went on to say they've all been back on the training ground this week to some degree, which has really lifted the place. That's awesome. It must be a great vibe on that team because you could see it on the pitch. It comes through in every match. So you can see how much it's lifted everyone, not just because of their playing ability, but because of what they bring to the party in terms of their professionalism. Yeah, everyone's having a party. It's great to get all 4 of them back on the pitch. We're pleased with their progress, and we'll monitor them before tomorrow's game. So Maybe everyone won't be in the match day squad. Maybe they will. It'll look great to see Palmer back. I'm hoping he gets some time tomorrow, but I don't think he'll start. We also have the reserve team game against Bolton on Tuesday, so we'll be looking at that closely in terms of which players need to get minutes. Oh wow, that's really good. I didn't expect him to say that, but that's good. He's looking at the reserve side. He's looking at the main team. Let's see. Last time the two clubs met, early in the campaign, it was all square, the full whistle, 1-1, positive response, ongoing defeat at the LA Lee. So yeah, LA Lee had it. So looking at that, okay. So he said Johnny Johnson has done a good job there talking about Wimbledon. He's done a good job there. I know him and Terry Skirvington very well. They're 7th in the league, a competitive side. And it's another top of the table clash for us, similar to the Barrow game. He's taking this very seriously every single game. We got to be right at our best, really work hard to earn the points tomorrow. Just like every other league game, it's important for the lads, and they're itching to get back out there. We know what Wimbledon are about. They're a good team that mixes the game up well. And any team out there at any stage, they have a season and quality. So they have season and quality. That's great. So it's going to be a match tomorrow. We're ready for it. Again, last time was a 1-1 draw. Elliot Lee scored. I could see him getting back on it. They're also down a few players. There's a few players that are away. Simon Bugail and Ali Al-Hamedi are both absent on international duty. They've been called up for the Asian Cup for Lebanon and Iraq, respectively. So Bugail's form up front is powerful presence, wearing down the center backs and creating chances. He's earned his international recall, while Al-Hamedi, familiar foe, he's also a striker. So, they're going to, or he's a winger. I think he's a winger or striker, but he's definitely forward playing team. So they're going to be down a few players. So we need to figure out what that means in regards to who's going to come up. This is from James Tilley. This is a forward. This is a forward who plays forward, looking at the other side of things for Wimbledon. He said, Saturday will be another tough game, but we're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing the Dons fans come in their numbers, and we'll give it a go. That's James Tilley, AFC Wimbledon forward. I actually watched an AFC Wimbledon fans preview of their match, and he mentioned James Tilley. So we're going to keep an eye on that. What else is out there? So some stats to look at. So what AFC Wimbledon do. So this is a few stats. The data shows clearly that AFC Wimbledon are so effective away from home. They have the 5th highest PPDA, pass per defensive action. PPDA, pass per defensive action. Say that 3 times fast. Which is a measure of how often the side looks to put pressure on the ball. But the numbers suggest that they are particularly good at deciding when to press and are ruthless when they achieve a turnover. So they're probably a little gen pressing team. They want to break. They have scored more goals from winning the ball in their attacking third than any other side in the division, and are 4th in terms of the highest turnovers that end in a shot and total number of high turnovers. So they're an aggressive team. They probably gen press a little bit. Once they get it, they break and go after it. If they're able to win the ball back quickly, they're also effective at breaking quickly after dropping back into a defensive block. They have the 3rd highest number of direct attacks in the division, and the 5th lowest average passing sequence time. So they're a side to be reckoned with. I'm going to check out what their form looks like. Let's get this up here. All right, so we are 3rd. We played 25 games. We have 49 points, and we have 14 wins, 7 draws, 4 losses, plus 16 goal diff. I want to get that up because the goal diff ahead of us is Mansfield Town, and they have a goal diff of 24 and have 49 points. So it's Stockport, Mansfield, us. Stockport 51, Mansfield 49 on goal diff ahead of us by 8, and we have 49. We have 49 points. So we won 4 out of our last 5 in the league. And let's see. Let's look at Wimbledon. Wimbledon are in 7th. They won 10, drawn 9, have lost 6, and they have a goal diff of 13, and they have 39 points. So they've won 2 out of the last 5, lost 1, drawn 2. So they're a side to be reckoned with. Like again, we mentioned it earlier. Anything can happen in this league. Anything can happen in this league, and it's exciting for us to go and get a chance to go play against a tough side. But we got to go and we got to win. And I'm sure that everyone will be up for it at the Stoke tomorrow. So exciting to see. My prediction for the lineup, and this is just me. My prediction for the lineup, I think will be. Here's my thought. It's just my thought. As you can say, Jay-Z, I don't know if anyone knows. It's just my thoughts. It's just my thoughts. I don't know if anyone can pull that from Jay-Z's old album. Okay, my thoughts as I digress there. For the starting lineup, I think he's going to go Arthur, AO in goal, which didn't play last time. Ben Foster was still in goal at the time. He's going to go McLean. He's going to keep Cleworth, Tozer in the middle, and he's going to also go O'Connor. So Tozer, I can't get it right. Tozer, O'Connor, and Cleworth. And on the right side, I think he's going to go Barnett. I think he's going to go with Barnett. I think Barnett looked good in the last match. I know he came out a little late. If he's fully fit for maybe he can play 70 minutes, but I go Barnett. Although Anthony Ford wasn't bad, but I thought Barnett, hopefully he's trained well during the week and he's fit. I'd go with Barnett. In the middle of the park, I'm going to make a little change. I'm going to go Lee, Gio, and JJ. Lee, Gio, and JJ in the middle of the park. I think Andy Cannon's effort is great. I could be way off, but those are the two changes I would make. I'd put Barnett and Ford in there. Barnett before Ford and JJ for Cannon. And then up front, I'm going to do Mulls and Fletcher. So Mulls and Fletcher. So just two changes I think could be made. Obviously, one is because Mendy's on duty, and two because I think that JJ could offer a little bit more defensive duties, sitting next to Gio and pushing Lee a little bit forward. So that's those are my thoughts. And again, starting Fletcher and Mulls up top. We'll see what the gaffer wants to do. Some games we also need to keep an eye on. Big games tomorrow to keep an eye on. Remember, Stockport, Mansfield, all lost their last two matches. So what I believe we need to look after tomorrow. We need to look at the where the hell is it? The Mansfield Town Morecambe game, and Stockport Walsall. Walsall are 13th in the league, and they are a better side than their league position. I thought they, I don't say played us out the park, but they gave us a good whacking. Even though one of their goals was offside. Okay, so that's the Walsall and Stockport we need to watch. We also need to keep an eye on the Crewe Swindon game, and we need to keep an eye on the Mansfield Morecambe game. So lots of games tomorrow. Obviously, it's Accrington Stanley, Gillingham, Colchester versus Bradford City, Crawley Town versus Salford City, Crewe Alexandra versus Swindon Town, Doncaster Rovers versus Newport, Forest Green Rovers versus Harrogate Town, Grimsby Town versus Notts County. Notts County just lost their manager, so he went to Swansea. Well, he went to Swansea. So I hope they have a bounce off that. Morecambe, Mansfield, Stockport, Walsall, Basement, Sutton, and Barrow, Tranmere Rovers, and Milton Keynes. So, there's a lot to go. There's a lot to look at tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow, 10 of 7 as usual. And that's a 3:00 kickoff, so 10 of 3 for them in Wales, GMT. Really pumped to get back into the league stuff tomorrow, and let's get that W. Let's get those 3 points. Really want to go and keep going, keep pace with Stockport. Hey, Stockport lose tomorrow, we win, we go above them. We're 2 points behind them, so that's great. Stockport win, we go above them. Mansfield. Maybe something happens with them too. We'll see what happens. But hey, we can go top the league tomorrow if things go our way. Anything can happen. So what else? Also, check out the interview if you haven't yet with Sean Winter. That was great. He was really great. We might have him on for a match reaction as well. Also, I was supposed to have an interview today and yesterday. It got pushed. I'm really sorry. Actually, that person will be at the game tomorrow. So we might get him for a match reaction. We'll see. He's a very busy man. It's unfortunate, but things happen. And bear with me. I apologize. Also, I have seen some of the layover stuff that is coming. I promise it is coming. It is a big build. Apparently, it takes longer than I expected, but I promise it will be coming, so we have a better view and of things to watch for our watch along and a clock and everything. So it'll look pretty. I promise it'll look great. Like, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Thank you everyone that has subscribed and stayed with us. We're trying to do stuff every day, get some good content out there, grow a great community, get involved in the Discord channel. That seems to be growing as well. We're on our way to 1,000 subs. Want to get 1,000 subs and keep going from there. So, all right. Happy Friday. Enjoy yourselves. And on that bombshell, I will see everyone in the morning.